Hi there, Chris and Melvin. And Bow Hunter, how's it going? What? You eating? You need to go outside? You gotta pee? No. You're sure no? Are we ready? Let's go. Hey, upstate, how's it going? Oh, yeah, you're already blue, so it's okay. Who the fuck is the blue? Ogre. Chris. Hey, right on, Bow Hunter. Well, then, Melton, maybe you should sing Here Comes the Sun, and maybe it'll speed up a bit. I don't know if Jody's getting more discipline today or not, so don't know if she'll be here. Went down and got thumbtacks today. They're half the fucking size of what they used to be, and they were hard to fucking find. So I'm gonna have to shop someplace else. And the only place I got it is Amazon. Somebody say something in chat, so I have something to respond to. Well, we'll see about a brief musical interlude. And YouTube, this is a fucking original. So I can't get a copy of it. That's enough. Musical interlude's over. Melvin, are you coming up today? What the hell's the time? 1:05. Hmm. Hmm. Fuck. I don't really know what else to talk about. The weather's half decent. It was 1 this morning. For you guys in the States, that would be about 33, maybe 34. And that was the temperature when I opened up my windows. I don't have any heat in here yet. Hmm. Bud Grower, how's it going? Hope everything's going good for you. Upstate was in here, but he didn't drop any link. Come over here and something else. I might as well call him. Mm. Mm. Hello, is Jerry there? Yeah, this is Myron Kilkenny. I need him to look at my furnace. I I can get the pilot light to light, but there's no electricity. I don't get into the thermostat. And today, tomorrow, it's still nice and warm. I'm not too worried about it. Don't have to rush it. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye. Ashley, how's it going? More. Hey, Ogre. Oh, day's going pretty good, Ashley. Hey, how's it going, Ogre?
Not bad, not bad. How'd your trip go?
Oh, good.
All right. Nice.
Well,
It's sunny. I don't see who's in chat. Hello to everybody in chat.
it's hard to tell because a lot of people have said hello and never said a word after that.
Ah,
But
well,
Ashley is here because she just said hello. So I know she is for sure.
hello, Ashley. Oh, hello, Boomy. How you doing? What's up, my buddy? Eh? Yeah. He also my good friend. Man, he's strong. How are you? Good, good. He's strong, man. Yeah. Going to stand on the corner. It's a good neighbor friend of mine. He lives in the building here. That little dog, known him since he brought him home and he was like 2 months old. The dog just loves trouble. They go running around in the field playing together and stuff.
Okay, for you guys not in the know, Ogre's going on a stand on a cord or a hook.
Yeah, in case you guys were wondering.
He's been there 2 days and I haven't seen anybody take him up yet.
Well, I took my pants off. I don't know if you can see. I got my legs showing today. Sock check. I'm not down with big socks and shoes. But when I first made the trip to the store, I just went to the store first before I came up. It was overcast and it was a little chilly, but the sun just came out. So I guess as the clouds go by and the sun gets tucked in, it's going to chill out. But it's pretty nice out right now.
Yeah. The sun's out here and it was only going to get up to 11 degrees out today, even with the sun out.
Holy crap. But you like that.
Yeah, I like it. I really enjoy it.
I'm not a big fan of the cold. I don't mind at a certain temperature, but when it gets too cold, I'm not a big fan of it. But that's only because I spent some time in fucking ice water up to my chest twice and got hypothermia and stuff. And now I feel it in my bones when it's really cold. That's all. Feel it in my both my shin and my thigh bones.
Yeah, I was pretty lucky. I had a truck break down on me at it was 35 or 40 below. I went and got a few sticks out, lit a fire for a while, and I got bored with keeping the flame lit, so I sat inside the truck to wait for people to come and get me.
I never got stuck like that. But no, I was once when I was doing some training in the military. We were out in a field, and it happened to be a little creek river that ran through, but it would snowed for a week before anybody got out there. So the part that I was running across the field was the little part of the river that I ran right into. I ended up going through the ice, and I was trapped in there. I couldn't get out to one edge of the river to the other for about 15 minutes. By the time I got out, I was frozen. They put me in a tent with some heated saline. They put saline bags on salamanders that they were using to heat the tent, and they just warmed me up with heated saline and shit. But yeah, since then, and I feel it in my bones when it gets too cold. And then one day I was out smoking with a bunch of buddies of mine. We were standing underneath a dock. It was like February-ish, around my birthday. We figured it would be okay. It's nice and solid. And all of a sudden you hear crack, crack, crack. And nobody else, just where I was standing. Whoosh, right through to my waist. Then you gotta be shitting me, man. Because we've stood there hundreds and hundreds of times, never had an issue. And then all of a sudden, bam, I'm to my waist. It wasn't deep, luckily. It was just, I'm still, man, son of a bitch. Now I had to drive my car home all soaking wet and nasty. Wasn't fun.
Well, I walked, it was 40 below, I think, with a wind one time, and I walked, I think it was close to a mile, and into the wind. And it was a strong wind, probably 40 clicks at least, and
Yep.
steady 40 clicks. So it was just, I fucking walked that mile. I went in the house, I took my clothes off, and I had a hot shower for 2 or 3 minutes, dried off, went and jumped in bed with my ex-wife, and she jumped out of bed. I was so fucking cold still.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, my whole body was just ice.
How's our view? Can we see the intersection?
Yeah,
Perfect. And I got a nice sun beating down on me, which is nice. Better than the rain we had for the last 2 days. Good day. How are you?
you put a sign up there, Ogre's Corner.
Yeah, I was looking at some. I still got my cardboard box from my vacuum hanging around. I was looking at that today. They're gonna cutting it open and making a folding sign.
Yeah, yesterday I said what? Smile, you're on candid camera, and you
Yeah.
said something else.
Smile, you're on Ogre Cam.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'll do. I'll make a little sign and put it there.
Holy fuck, it's not often you see them small vans stop. Oh, that's why you had to turn a corner anyways.
Yeah, see, I got one camera facing this corner, and I have my handheld one I have facing the other one.
Yeah.
School bus.
How did the video turn out from the camera the other day when it was on the ground there?
Actually, pretty good. I took a look at it. I took a look through it. It ended up really, really well. It's just a matter. I think there's like 13 minutes, or because I broke it up a couple times. There's like a 15-minute video, 13-minute video. So I just might break it down into like 3 or 4 minute sections of just. Well, everybody rolled through really. So
Yeah, there was very few that stopped.
the only one that stopped was the lady yesterday, but not at the stop sign over here to bitch and whine.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, this morning there was nobody on. It's funny. Josh came on just after Trouble got on the bus. So by the time I got there to do it all, but there was a guy up here in one of these balconies. He started yelling down to me because that same guy that drives by and says he's calling the cops every day.
Yeah.
He said something, so I yelled at him. So the guy in the balcony, he's like, dude, you need to calm down. So I turned around, like, suck my dick. And he's like, he yelled something else back. And I'm like, dude, I'll wait right here. Why don't you come down off your balcony and say something to my face? And I waited for like a cigarette. Nothing happened. So I yelled back up. That's what I thought. All right, I'm going home. I'll see you this afternoon. And I'm waiting to see if he says anything. Waiting to see. Not sure exactly which balcony it is. I was behind the trees. I couldn't see. I zoomed my phone camera in a bit. I put it in another one. I usually have it at three times, but I've got it at 4 times. But I was doing it at last year when I was recording everything, and it seemed to be okay.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Well, my chest one, I can only do 2 settings, and it's the regular setting and then a slightly zoomed in setting for when I'm on the panel and stuff. So,
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I'm able to zoom in while I'm on the panel with the camera. I don't know if it's got that feature. So, and if I take it off and try, more than likely I'll drop myself off and have to go through all that again.
Okay, Bull Hunter, catch you later, and hi, new guru.
Take it easy, bow hunter.
He's going to change the oil in his truck.
Oh,
Well,
well, if it's high enough off the ground, it's not that hard of a job. You just slide underneath.
I could slide underneath mine even if it was on the ground.
No, I mean like some trucks nowadays, they're not built like trucks are supposed to be with ground clearance where you can crawl underneath.
Oh,
But
yeah.
if it's what I would expect bow hunter to be driving, something that's a little more beefed up, probably easy just to get on a crawler and just slide underneath.
Yeah.
Oh, I got drama to deal with this afternoon after Trouble gets home. And I got to deal with the ex. She's got to come by. I got to sit down and have a talk with Trouble. She made some comments at school today that's going to get me and her mommy in trouble.
Ooh.
Yeah, the school had to call CAS. And it's all because I think she got a authorized contractor 2001. The guy just blew through. There's no number on the truck, though. But I got it. Stop that video there and start it again. And that way I know that little run through that company's on the, and I'll look it up and I'll put the phone number in the description.
Yeah.
So that person's been waiting to cross, and this person just drove right through. Another one, CFDZ162. Saw the person waiting to cross, didn't even stop, just drove right on through, looking at the person. That's insane. And this person just speeding down. Her pants are see-through, Myron.
What's that?
I said her pants were see-through.
Really?
Yeah, the skinny one in the white pants all the way down there.
Yeah.
She walked by and the sun hit them. They were see-through. She didn't have much on underneath.
Bonus day.
Dirty's gonna be upset he missed that one, but I don't think I got it. I might have got her coming towards me on the test cam, but she lives in my building. I was trying not to get the camera on her until I saw her turn the corner.
Yeah.
Then I couldn't help it. I am a guy.
Melvin, you just woke up?
Wakey, wakey, shaking, bakey.
That's what I figured the 3 sheep mean. He just woke up. The ones from the neighborhood, you should put up a big sign there that says, all these license plates continually run through this stop sign.
Well, I was thinking about that, just taking snapshots of the cars in the front with the license plate and posting them. Run stop signs. Run school bus. Hey, how are you? Run school bus stop signs. Run street stop signs, just to see what kind of effect that would have.
I don't know if I killed that country, just scared.
We got somebody backing up, but I doubt it's for me. No, they're pulling in the driveway. Did a horrible job backing up, though.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know how to drive.
Oh, this person up here, it's hilarious. Oh, they gave up. They're just going to pull off to the side of the road. Maybe not even that.
My mom backed a car in one time that my dad couldn't get it out of.
Backed the car in?
Into a spot. My dad couldn't drive it back out. She had to get in there and drive it out.
Was it that tight?
Yes.
Like to get in the doors tight or just...
It was out in the yard. I can't remember what it was, between a fence and the trailer or between a fence and the porch. And then you had to make a turn after you got past them.
Oh. So your mom was a good driver.
Well,
she got lucky.
She was. Well, she was pretty good, I would say. I seen her fucking chase a guy down Main Street. He was what the fuck was he? One of the burial guys.
This person here, I don't know if you saw it, she's got her hands over her face and almost runs into this kid instead of paying attention to where she's driving.
Holy fuck no. I don't think I did, Ashley. I think he might have shit himself, but he got away.
My dad did that once. I was half asleep in the car. He picked me up from a weekend while I was away training in the military. And we're on our way home, heading north on the 400. Next thing you know, we're in Newmarket. I'm like, how'd we end up in Newmarket? This motherfucker cut me off, and I'm going to get him. I'm all right, I'll wake up. And he's chasing this guy down the 400, down through Newmarket. And we're only driving my sister's little Chevette. We had just got the transmission and the engine going. We were still doing some body work and Bondo on it. He was just taking it in for a test drive to pick me up. And he's chasing some guy down the street in a fucking beat up Chevette. I'm dying laughing. He chased him right to his door. Yeah, my dad wasn't a big guy, but he didn't take shit from nobody.
My first pickup was a 62 Dodge. I can't remember the numbers on it. It was a 10 or 100. But it was a 3 in the tree, and I pulled up to a stoplight. It was on a little bit of a slope. And this fucking cunt pulled right up behind me. I think he was about a year younger. He had a fucking new car his dad had bought him and his brother. And they pulled right up behind me. When I went to take off, I rolled back a couple of feet. I pulled ahead and shut it off and got out and looked at it. There was no fucking damage. And he started saying something, and I said, hey, you pulled up too fucking close behind me. We're on a hill. And that was it. I never had no more arguments on that.
I did the same thing. I had a beat up 88 Jimmy at one point in time, and I had a trailer hitch on the back for hauling the stock car, the race car me and my buddy built to the track and back.
Yeah.
And it was standard, and it only had the 2.8 V6 in it. And it was not the biggest of Jimmy's. It was the old school, so it was a bit smaller. It was just a two-door. But if I pushed the clutch in and I didn't rev the engine, getting it in from first to second, it would kind of do that box thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? and there was a guy in a little Honda CRX behind me, right up on my ass. So when the light turned from red to green, and I went to go, I could hear him revving his car behind me. Ring, ring, ring. So he took off as soon as my truck. So I just pushed the clutch in, and my truck almost come to a dead stop, and he went right into the back of me, and his car got stuck on my trailer hitch. So I'm like, it's okay, I'll fix it. You hit me, you know what, buddy? He was a young kid. He was all freaked out. It's not a problem. I'll fix it. I got my car, put it in gear, and just tore off forward, ripped the whole front grill and his bumper off. I'm like, I'm good. There was no damage done to my truck. I picked it up, put it in the hatchback. I'm like, you want to call insurance? And he's like, no, I'll take care of it myself. I'm like, okay, have a good day. I think he learned his lesson. I thought it was funny. He learned a lesson. I bet you never got that close to anybody again.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was just a young kid. I was 20, 22, 23 at the time. 22. And he was probably between 17 and 19. And you knew that he'd spent some time and money doing up that little CRX. He bought it and did some work to it and all that stuff. But it was just funny that his front grille and everything was destroyed.
I never did anything extra to any vehicle I ever bought. Change the oil and drive that shit out of it.
I've done some things with some of my cars. Like, I bought a car. I got a 93 Eagle Talon. Just by fluke. It was one of the cars that was on my list of 5 cars I wanted to buy when I got some money together. And I drove by this place, and they had one. It was like a luxury car. They sold Cadillacs and Lincolns and all sorts of this, but it had this car that I wanted. So this is back in the day on Sundays when they're not open. So I left a note at the place saying, listen, I'm interested in the car. How much do you want for it? And guy got back to me. He's like, listen, I got it on a trade-in. I'm not really looking to sell it. I don't know if I can make some money back on it. I'm like, well, how much would you want for it? He's like, I need at least 10 grand. And I'm like, all right, that's pretty much doable. You know what? Let me come in and take a look. So I got off work, went and took a look at it, figured it out. He tried to get it up to 12, and I'm like, no, man, you said 10. I'm like, I'm cool with that. Let me go to the bank. I'll be right back. Went to the bank, got 10 grand in cash, went back to him, said, all right, 10 grand, no taxes and everything. Oh, I'm like, listen, I pulled out the 10 grand in cash, and he's like, all right, 10 grand, all included, not a problem. His boss is like, yeah, sell him the car. It had the original 16-inch aluminum rims with studded snow tires on it, which was nice. The car was an all-wheel drive car. It had a stage 2 turbocharger in it. It would fly. It was nice. And then it had, for summertime, 3-piece. I had to bolt them together. You had to put the tire on and manufacture the rim at the same time. They were 3-piece ROH racing rims with Yokohama racing tires. Whoa. That car would just fly. But I liked that car. That one was about the only car I ever had that was all done up with stuff, but I didn't put anything extra. I put a stereo in it. I put subs and some speakers and a better deck in it, and that's about it.
Yeah. That's all I ever tune my vehicles up.
Oh, June, and that white Mercedes right there. She has an issue with stopping. She's always speeding and going through. But I yelled her name one day as she went through. She's like June, because her window was down. She stopped. Is there an issue? I'm like, well, that is a stop sign. And she's been pretty decent since. Stop my held hand camera for a bit. Fuck, I can't talk. I had a headache since I got a call from the ex about fucking Emily saying shit she shouldn't have been saying at school. I told Josh about it because I need to get it out. And I had to talk to someone other than fucking my ex about it. Josh is like, man, that's crazy. He's got kids, so he gets it. I'm like, I don't know where it came from other than I think she might have saw it on a TikTok video or a YouTube video because I let her watch certain things on YouTube, like this show called A for Adelaide. It's a little girl that their parents videotape her doing playing games and making up stuff around their house and stuff.
Yeah.
And they put it online for kids to watch, and she's been around for years doing it. And I let her watch that, but I think that segued into something else, her searching, because I found her watching a TikTok video of cows giving birth, and I'm like, what are you doing watching that? And gave her trouble for that. And then she was watching another video where it was about a report about some kid who wore his shoes and socks for too long and never took them off. And he ended up with spiders biting and living in his feet. And they had to cut his feet off. And I was like, yo, stop watching that garbage.
Well, the one about the cow giving birth, I seen that really young myself.
Well, yeah, if you're dealing with it and stuff, I don't mind. But like I told her, if we had a cat or something that was doing it, yeah, I would let her learn. But there's no need for her to be watching it herself.
Yeah.
How's it going? Anyways, say hi to Myron. You're live. That's my buddy downtown, Myron. Oh, watch out. There's a bus coming. Go, 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 go. Yep. Sorry. Oh, that was all on video, too. Whoops. That's my buddy downtown.
Yeah, not too many guys wave at you that way.
Yeah, he just did a smoke run. He went to the reserve. He goes to a reserve and he did a smoke run, but nobody wanted to message me and tell me that they were doing it. So I didn't get any cash ready or out for him. So maybe if he was nice, he just grabbed me a carton and no, I'll pay him back after.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Actually, it's going to help me. Like I said to Josh earlier, it might actually help me quit because the smokes I got to get, they're $10 packs and they're just fucking horrible. They are brutal.
Well,
They sometimes I'll haul on them, and in 3 draws, the whole cigarette's done. The next time, like the one I'm smoking right now, the one I was smoking earlier talking to Josh,
yeah.
I had to light it 4 times because you take a couple puffs, and if you don't keep puffing on it, it goes out.
Yeah, I like that kind. Because there's nothing burns away by itself. You don't lose nothing.
I don't mind, but I always seem to get those ones when I'm walking and I got my drink in my cane and I'm talking to you guys or what, you know what I mean? When I don't have the extra hand to be lighting the smoke every couple steps.
That's true.
So he's got no front plate, but I'll get his back plate for blowing right through. BSDF and change.
We don't need front plates in Alberta.
But does that mean you have to back into everything or drive forward into everything when you park so that the plates are always showing?
No, I back into my yard.
No, I'm just wondering because I can't remember which state. I think Vegas or whatever, they don't need front plates, but you have to park face forward so your rear plate's showing everywhere. You're not allowed to park backing in.
Yeah.
Which is odd because all driving schools teach you how to park by backing in because it's a safer way of parking and leaving a parking spot. So we're taught in driving schools that backing in is a safer and better option in any parking lot. But in certain places, you don't have front plates, so they make it so you're not allowed to back in.
Yeah.
which is,
I don't think there's a law like that here, but I could be wrong. It could be one of those ones because, like I said, in this town you can park left to center, like park on the other side of the street going the wrong way. And
yeah, I've never heard that term before until yesterday or the day before when you asked us, like, left of center. And then when you mentioned on the left side facing, I'm like, oh, yeah. I remember that from when I lived in Hillsdale, north of Barrie, like on some of the, it didn't matter which way you parked on the streets because it was just one street in the whole little village.
yeah. Well, I got a ticket for parking like that when I was early 20s.
Trouble loves this little car coming up right here because it's pink. Daddy, let's go find the pink car. She knows where it is in the neighborhood. There's another one for Molly Maid or whatever, one of the maid services that lives around the corner from us. And she likes seeing that one too because it's pink. Let's see if yeah, he stopped. Nice. Might be my brother-in-law. Or actually, not my brother-in-law, my brother. Half-brother. I got a half-brother and a half-sister that lives in the city that I haven't talked to since God knows when. It's not that we don't get along or anything. It's just we're different lives. People, that Mercedes just right through. Gotta find a better way to be able to hold my camera. The way I hold it with my hand like this, the speaker, I don't know if you can see that. I think the speaker, the intake's over here because when I was talking to that lady, that's how I was holding it. Most of the conversation didn't come through, but I watched it on yours. I did the replay on yours, and the sound came through perfectly. But, well, that's the guy that didn't stop the first time as well. So it could be where I'm holding my hand.
Yeah. Well, why don't you get one of them holders for the camera?
Well, I got a cheap one, like I said, that I put the tripod part on, right?
Yeah.
I got that one. But in an emergency, it's easier for me just to be able to grab this and throw it in my pocket.
Yeah.
Whereas in the one on, or if I have to, I could attach it to my chest and it's on, like, you saw me in the elevator, right?
Yeah.
Where I have it on my shoulder. At least I could put it up there and my hands are free. But if I have it on that stick, it's harder for me to get it put away. I'll use the stick for if I put it down on the ground again.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, you paid attention. The yellow car is going to run it. Nope, they waited this time. Oh, city taxi. He's got more shit in his front window than I've ever seen. Crazy. Things I don't like on my car is a bunch of stuff on my front dash. That bothers me. And anything more than just my keys on my keychain that hangs out of the ignition. I don't like having more than just a key that unlocks the door and goes in the ignition, and maybe the key fob that detaches so I can get into the underground. But I've never liked having all my keys dangling on my keychain in my car. keep the house keys and all my other spare keys in my pocket instead.
Well, I got 4 keys, I think, on my key ring.
Well, that's different.
Vehicle, post office, and I don't know what the other 2 are for anymore. Oh, one will work on the outside, one of the outside sheds. You cunt.
It will work on the outside shed. You haven't checked in a while.
Well, no, it was last year, I think, when I went out there.
Oh, I wonder if that's my buddy's grandma. Nope. Well, this guy in the Honda is just sitting there for a bit.
Well, some people are learning.
Oh no, he's staring. He was staring at me. That's what it was.
Oh,
No, the one in the red Volkswagen. Let's see. Oh, they were gonna run right behind the black Ford there. It's funny. I've been standing out here for how long? And the guy on the balcony hasn't said anything yet.
I'd say probably half hour.
I haven't seen anyone up there either, so
Not long.
give or take.
Yeah, about a half hour. Fucking flies on the fucking camera. Sure hope it don't fucking break when I hit him.
I haven't seen the little school bus like that one that usually stops. She's odd. She'll stop here sometimes. She'll stop on the other side sometimes. I didn't even see that guy crossing.
Don't run when you're crossing the street.
Oh, there's a paramedic that's been sitting down there the whole time. I was wondering what the lights on the top of that vehicle were.
He didn't stop.
Yeah, I know he didn't.
That's a rolling stop. Might as well not call it a stop.
Yeah, no kidding.
Neither is that.
I have a feeling sometimes that car won't start if it stops too. Look at this guy just flying. Gotcha, sweetheart. Woo! I missed that. She didn't even. She was just motoring.
Well, you can see when she brakes because her fucking front end of her car kept dipping. She isn't even smart enough to just press down gently out of it.
Right, she was flying. She wasn't going to stop until she saw me put my hand out, until I went like this, and then she started to slow down, but it was too late.
Yeah.
So I don't have my earphones in today like I usually do, so that when I post a video, they could hear our conversations. Because that one I posted the other day sounded like I was talking to myself, not to the camera, because I had you guys in my ear.
Yeah.
But when I watched your video, you could hear everything you guys were saying and all that stuff. So, oh, here's one of the buses. Time to go down. 55. Yep, that's one of our buses. I'm going to stop the video and start it again so I have a reference. Hello, my friends. Should all be sitting down in the bus, though. Do not go past that bus. You too. Don't do it. No, that's that one down there. Ours won't be here until about 5 after. Let's see. That's not ours. Ours won't get here until 5 after. See if I can zoom in so I don't have to walk. Yeah, our bus doesn't get here until about 5 after, give or take. That zoomed in a lot, guys. Sorry, I'm blocking the camera. Zoom. I did too. I just lost my camera picture. Damn it. Well, everything's getting hazy for some reason. I don't know what happened there. 1, 2, 3, 4 cars, 5 cars. As everybody can see, the lights are on.
And everybody's stopping for once.
Yeah, even the red car on the other side coming the other way, the Volkswagen. There's a red Volkswagen. He likes to speed up and down the street. Well, this one here is getting impatient. So this one here is pulling out into the middle of the street to make a pass. Boom. Now he goes down to the other end and drops off again. So I'm going to see if I can, you guys won't be able to see it, but I'm going to see if I can get in from up here. In the wintertime, it's a little easier because there's less branches. But I'll hold that up. I don't know if you guys can see all the way down there or not. The lights are on. So the Saturn's going, and that car behind the Saturn. And they both pulled into the driveway, which is good. And they're good. That's that video down. So those ones, so I don't waste all the memory on my phone.
Yeah.
I usually erase those when I get home. I'll go through. There's no incident or issues. I'll just, like that guy in the Range Rover. If there's no issues or instances or problems, issues with that, I've already said it a million times. I'll just erase it because I don't have a memory card in the phone, so it helps.
Yeah.
What's up, Zach Attack? Is you gonna come say hi? Hey, yeah. Ooh, I'll bite you back. Hey. Oh, I'll get you back. You don't want to do that. You don't. I don't think Daddy will understand. No. I'll just put you on your back and I'll give you a what for? Dog. Nah, man, I ain't worried. Yeah, our bus usually doesn't get here until about 5 after, sometimes 10 after, depending on the traffic. They get out at 3:40. I don't think they get on the bus until 3:45, 3:50, because yesterday Trouble was telling me that he had trouble getting in for the kids' load because one of the other buses were taking too long because they all got to wait. So if one bus is behind, then it puts them all kind of behind. So. But this driver we have is an awesome driver. He's a great driver. So it's the guy from last year in the afternoon that dropped off, and he does both pickup and drop off now. I wait out here all morning. Yeah, give or take around that. Like I'm out here you know me. I'm out here usually for like an hour before because the kids start getting. Well, no, because the kids start getting off the buses, and I like to keep an eye on the on the intersection. People are still blowing through, and so I'm out there videotaping, and I put the videos on my YouTube channel now. So with little captions, this may be you. I heard something. Oh, nope, nope, no. This is 14. This is the one that goes down to the other end. Oh, this is the guy who doesn't know how to put his lights on. Told me that his four-way lights are good. Oh, look at that. He's got them on before he's even getting around the corner. You see that, Myron?
Yeah.
That's crazy. All right. I really don't want to walk all the way down because
On the bus?
no, that one's 14. Yeah. Screw walking all the way. Sorry, guys. Screw walking all the way down. There's our bus. That's us. That's us. That's us. That's us. That's our happy yellow bus. I know I'm corny. Trouble tells me all the time. Oh, I'll get out of his way. I know he wants to pull up more. Stop signs out. Well, what's my zoom at? Oh, it's at full zoom. That's why. There, that's better. Stop sign. Trouble. I actually don't mind him coming a little bit later because there is a little bit less traffic. So there's less people or less chances of people being ignorant and trying to go through. But yeah, for the last 2 days, it's been pretty quiet. This car that's over here, they stop pretty good most of the time. All right, Myron, I'm going to have to let you go because I got to deal with this drama crap from Emily.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, we had some issues at school and CAS got called. She made some pretty odd, out-of-pocket comments about something a 7-year-old girl shouldn't be talking about. So, yes, I'm going to have to let you go. I'll talk to everybody later. You guys have a good night. And everybody in chat, stay safe, play safe.
You betcha, Ogre. And Al, how's it going? Oh. You're leaving too, Ashley? Yeah. Oh, fucking like that. Okay. Children adult services. I don't know. It's fucking government shit. And you know how they all like to interfere in fucking everything. And like a lot of people, I like say, happy fuck the cops day. And I really like to say just happy fuck the bad cops day, but when a good cop doesn't turn in a bad cop, then that good cop is not a good cop, he's a bad cop. Yeah, I think so, Ashley. And I know I've heard about it lots more in the States, but yeah, they're just fucking crooked. I've heard it said that they are serve pedophile ring in government allegedly, but who knows? Time just went over. Yeah. Okay. Well, most kids who were raised on a farm knew the facts of life very early. Out of curiosity, I'd like to know what she said. Maybe I could be a champion for her cause. Hmm. If anybody in chat wants to come up, it would help keep the show rolling along. I'm not exactly good at just a one-sided conversation with me going on for a fucking long time. I take breaks. Let my breath catch up. I don't breathe in. Excuse me, maybe I'd get high if I smoked like that. Yeah, and it didn't sound like she was spitting out swear words. She was just describing something she seen. It's just too much. One person digging into another person's life. There is free speech, I thought, even for fucking kids. But obviously not in Ober's province, which is the wonderful fucking Ontario. And I've already seen a map where we've got separated. Uh, I think she's around 7 or 8, Ashley. She's a cute little girl, but she's like you. She's got a mouth like a sailor. Shouldn't fucking bother anybody. I don't care. My youngest brother, I was working at a store, and there was a bunch of people that would come in from a place called Fickle Lake. My brother couldn't say Fickle, so he said Fuckle Lake. And everybody laughed at that one every time he said it. And then he figured out this one, and he thought that one made everybody meant everybody should laugh. That's what he said. Because when he held his finger up, everybody laughed at him. He'd be riding in a fucking car or pickup and stick his head up at the back window and give the people behind the finger. And he was only 4 or 5 years old then. Jeez, you must be starving. Threw a cucumber on the floor for my dog, and she left a few little tidbits behind, and now she's cleaning them up. Hardly any wind today. Wow. My mom flipped the bird to have her buddy all the time. She was an overbearing bag too. One time I was driving into town with my 62 Dodge, and I had it wide open as fast as it would go. Made it into town and was driving around a little bit and pulled into the gas station. My mom was there. I pulled up to the pumps, filling up my truck. And some guy pulled up. I can't remember who it was. I didn't think I knew him very well. Or maybe I didn't know him. But he said, "Hey, this truck must have been going 100 miles an hour when it passed me." And I said, "Then it wasn't me driving because this truck only does 98 miles an hour." My mom never ever said anything about my speed. When I was real young, I used to have fucking nightmares all the time. And I thought it was somebody else, but now I realize it was probably my mom who was causing the nightmares. But no proof on that. Uh, well, actually, why don't you come up and talk to me? You're the only one in chat. There's 4 people hiding out. Well, no, you're one, so that's 3 more hiding out here, and they're not saying too much. Well, I never sleepwalk, but I rolled out of the top bunk once or twice because I was on the upper bunk and my little brother was on the bottom bunk. I don't remember being woke up about the time I hit the floor, I think. Hmm. 11 to 1. Alvin, what the fuck are you doing now? Are you playing with your weed? See you prick. Okay. At least I won't be talking to myself, bastard. Just think it of another one of Ashley's experiments. Then I was in 2 stores and a post office today, and nobody required a passport. And in one store, I looked at a female customer in the mail teller and I said, "Block Trudeau." And they both laughed and agreed with me. And it is alleged and an opinion, but I've heard it said that pedo just might be, uh, Trudeau just might be a pedo. And remember out there in Lawland, I said allegedly. And not only that, he might not be 100% Canadian. Well, he was born in Canada, I guess. But he might have dual citizenship between Canada and Cuba. We do not know because none of us have enough money to find out. Hmm. Hmm. Hope my weed dries out soon because I gotta wash some fucking clothes. The wrap where I hang my weed to dry, it's also the wrap where I hang my clothes. Because My dryer broke. And usually it only takes anywhere from 12 to 24 hours to dry the clothes in the house. And if it wasn't so torturous, I'd get some. Well, I'd try and put in one of them old clotheslines, put it on outside. All that free dry wind, and nobody uses it anymore. Oop, lost one. Chris, you out there? Melvin? Bow Hunter? Who else is a lurker? Well, I should check and see if Ashley's yep, she is. Well, that's a real bitch. Everybody that's been in chat is fucking got a wrench. Even if you wanted to time somebody out, you couldn't. Pretty cool. So, while I'm laying here, I might as well test. Hi, Ashley.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, you're clear.
Cool.
No crackling at all.
It'll probably start in a minute.
I remembered what it sounded like the last time, and I think you were bad right from the start last time.
I need a new phone. I literally have packing tape over the front of it.
Yeah, they're not really cheap, are they?
Hell no. Ridiculous.
Yeah. I can buy 2 new phones for $75.
2?
Yeah. 2 house phones.
Oh, house phones? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't own a cell phone.
Oh, you don't?
No,
I didn't know that.
I don't need one. I hardly ever leave my place. It would be easier to get on some of these sites, but hey, 801.
Yeah. You got your computer, though.
Yeah. But if I had a cell phone, I could get into, I think my other channel is Nico Max 1001. But I couldn't remember the fucking password.
That's like me.
And after 3 tries, they kicked me out unless I had a cell phone. So I had to start up this channel.
I've done that so many times.
So how are you feeling today? Good?
Not too bad today. Not too bad. Last 3 or 2 weeks were really rough, really bad.
Oh, that's good. You're feeling better.
But I'm doing a lot better today or this week.
Yeah, that's good.
I ended up on the news yesterday.
Holy fuck. What for?
I don't know if you guys have heard over there about the girl that was missing that and the boyfriend is taken off and he's hiding right now.
Yeah, I've heard about it.
Okay. Well, it's not too far from me because I used to always go camping up there in the Tetons, and she drove through Utah, Moab, and all that, and they were having a memorial at the park right by me,
Yeah.
and so I picked a bunch of like wildflowers and made her a bouquet, and I was bringing it over, and the channel, like our channel 2 local news, asked if they could interview me.
Do you think they're going to find him?
Well, I don't know. I mean, if he's alive, I think, yeah, he'll end up eventually getting caught, but I don't know if he offed himself or if he's really that arrogant and is going to just keep trying to hide.
Well, if he can find a cave or something to cozy up in, he'd be awfully hard to find. Even heat sensors wouldn't be able to find him then.
Well, not only that, the one thing is that how do they, really know that that's the area he actually went to? How do they not know that was like a diversion that their parents, since, his parents were protecting him already? How do you not even know that, they didn't just go do that and he's actually like in Mexico by now or something, went
Yeah,
completely other direction, and all they're doing is spending all their time right there in that area
yeah.
because their story is just weird.
Had to rub that fly off the screen, and there's still some on it.
Do you think they'll find him?
I don't know.
The one thing he has that's going for him is that COVID. All he has to do is put a mask on, and he's pretty much hidden.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. When I put my mask on, I put it on so my hair is covered, and then the hat comes on, and I put them black glasses. You can't tell who I'm in at all.
Yeah. Some sunglasses, the mask, the hat. The only thing, if he's smart enough, I guess he has some tattoos on his hand, on his right hand, on his finger or something. If he's smart enough to keep those covered so they're not identifiable.
Yeah. Yeah, I could pretend he's Michael Jackson and fucking wear a glove.
Yep. Or put a Band-Aid around it or something. Just, I don't know. Who knows what's going to happen? I would think, though, like if he were to kill himself, he wouldn't have gone too far, so he has to be off hiding.
No,
You
if
know, if you're gonna off yourself, you're gonna off yourself close by, because who the hell cares where you off yourself? You know.
yeah, yeah. Now, if the cops put as much zeal into catching this guy as they do to beating the shit out of people in the streets, they should have had him already.
No shit.
But they like they like to beat the people up in the streets. It's far easier than having to work.
Yep. And they gotta work their asses off.
Yeah.
You know what's so messed up though, is that in Moab, which is by me, which is it's south of where I am. We've got, you know, a lot of desert down in the south. And when they were there, this other couple who are it was a lesbian couple, a younger lesbian couple. They were found in Moab, kind of where this other couple was. Somebody had shot and killed them, and
Hmm.
you don't even see a glimpse of the amount of people like looking and searching and on the news and stuff. Nobody's trying to find these poor girls' killers,
Yeah.
because I don't know, maybe because the girl they're looking for are Gabby. She's, you know, a cute little young blonde thing. And it's just sad that and there was another horrific murder, these two women, and they're just not even getting any attention anywhere near what Abby and, you know, her boyfriend.
Yeah. Well, on a highway in BC, uh, pretty close to central BC, I guess you'd call it, there has been native women being slaughtered for,
Oh yeah.
I don't know, fuck, 30 years on that road.
A lot of them native women, though. That's all over a lot of the native reserves. Native women are the most highest, the being raped, murdered, and missing out of
Yeah.
any other. It's insane.
Yeah.
Out of any other race.
Yeah. And we also have the uh, old missionary spots where they fucking Catholic priests with the uh, benefaction, I guess you might be able to call it, of the government. Under the benevolence of the government, they put all those kids in,
Oh yeah.
you know,
Ugh.
and a lot of the natives just have accepted it, but I think there's some white people not accepting it.
Yep.
And that is good because this country, as well, the whole fucking world is going to start being run different.
Yeah.
I think in order to get into government, you should have to take a personality test. And if you don't have compassion for other people, you can't fucking get into government.
100% correct. Because the government is so full of narcissistic people who have those egos that they literally, people with narcissistic disability disorder, their brains literally cannot and do not have the empathy area. It's just they don't have it. They never will, they can't, it'll never happen.
Yeah,
And our government is full of people like that. So that means all they're in it for is themselves, their egos, and money.
Well, that's pretty much what all government's in it for anymore.
In that, yeah. So
At
I
least,
agree with
at
you. They
least,
need to have empathy.
at least the Chinese and the Russian, they're honest about it. They're just saying, give us all your money to the, you know,
Yeah.
to their people. Whereas over here, they pretend it's tax. Well, no, you're just taking their money away the same way you're fucking. They're taking it over there. Hmm. Fuck, there's another one. The breeding like flies.
Bastards. Where's Miss Jody Cat? Doesn't she usually come around her lunch?
She had a situation a while ago. It was a mild stroke.
No.
At first, they thought it was a stroke. Then they thought it was uh, seizures, and then they went back to thinking it was a mild stroke.
Oh my.
But she hasn't been working since she had that. That was,
Really?
yeah. She actually was on the show with me. She left the show and went up to clock back in. And when she clocked in, she passed out right there.
Really? Oh my God.
But at least it was their doctor's office.
Thank God.
Yeah.
What a place to have that happen. So that then they can get it pretty quick, whatever.
Yeah. Did you take the orange flowers to Gabby's vigil?
No, I took I made the sunflower. I picked a bunch of sunflowers.
Okay.
Why? Are they on
Well,
the
801 wanted to know if you took the orange flowers.
Oh, did he see me? I can't read chat, so
Oh, okay. That's
yeah, I can't read anything in chat.
well, Prairie Transparency was here. High Transparency. I thought I said hello once to you before, but just making sure. I wonder if they're going to come today or tomorrow to fix my furnace.
Is it starting to get cold where you are?
Oh, no, I don't really need it yet, but if it gets much colder than this, I would need it in a hell of a hurry.
Yeah.
It was 1 degree here this morning. That's about 33, 34 degrees.
Yeah. Oh.
But at 1 degree, I had the windows open after I got up.
I like it cold.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know if it's like my heart issues or whatever that make it so I run really hot. And
Yeah.
I hate it. And yeah, I'll keep the air on at like 65 degrees. I have to be. I'll
Well,
even run the damn air in the winter if I can.
yeah, that's another thing I don't have. Air.
Oh,
All I got is fresh air. Open the windows and hope it blows.
yeah. Oh, I couldn't. I'd have to have air.
We only had a few bad days where I was, well, maybe a week or two that after that, we had decent weather. It was really hot for a couple of weeks and then it cooled off for us and never got that hot again. But we never got any rain either.
Yeah, we didn't have much rain this year either.
Yeah. Last year I had something like 4 gallons running into my trailer because there's a leak. This year it's been about a quart.
Oh.
So way less water this year. Like she was a drought year this year.
Do you guys get a lot of forest fires like we do?
Depends on the year, but yeah, sometimes we do. We had some big ones last year or 2 years ago, and they went and well, maybe 3, 4 years ago, they wiped out parts of 2 different towns. So we get them. Melvin, where he was, he had fires all around him this summer.
Mm.
You couldn't even really see the sun because of all the smoke that was in the air.
Yeah, that's how it was a lot of the time. In this, it would just look like you could actually look at the sun because it was just kind of covered and it just looked like this little light pale orange.
Yeah.
It was cool kind of looking. And then the moon too at night, it would be all orange.
Well, where Melvin was, couldn't really see the sun and couldn't see the moon at all because there was so much smoke. Like it was, the fire was all the way around him. He lives in the mountains, well, in the valley in the mountains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's Jody doing? Is she feeling like better? Is she?
I think she would have went probably right back to work if they would have allowed her. I don't know. She said she was feeling really fine. She uh, lost the feeling in her right side.
Oh no! Just from like her entire right side, or just from the top, or from just the bottom?
I think it was the entire right side. I'm not exactly sure. She said the right side. And she couldn't move anything on her right side. And about 2.5 hours after she woke up, she was able to move everything again.
Oh, that's lucky, 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 lucky.
Yeah, at last report, she said there was nothing the matter with her. She has to go in and take tests.
Oh.
But that's good. And she's being forced to take some time off, which she's been going pretty hard the last while. Hey,
Yeah.
George.
She's either working her butt off or she's cop watching. So
Yeah, it's just crazy when she's the only one at work. When usually there's 3 other people to help her.
yeah, that's too much. That's just ridiculous.
And they got in a trainee, and Jody wasn't too pleased. She said, she's just slowing me down.
Oh, there's nothing worse. Then she ends up just like, never mind, so I'll do it myself to do it right.
801 says, sunflowers are beautiful, Ashley.
Oh God, did he see me on the news? My mask kept going up my freaking face. Like by the time I was done, it was like almost up my eyeballs. Stupid mask. They only out of everything that they recorded, they only like took a small piece of what I said, which is fine, but
How's things going today, George? Oh, and yeah, George, check this out.
yeah, George, I'm doing the same thing. Fucking George.
Oh, really fucking threw me for a loop when I heard that Jody had a stroke. Fuck.
Hell yeah, that's scary.
Uh, I didn't come really out of it until 2 hours after she said she was okay before I got back to normal.
Mm.
Are you playing a game or typing?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything. Do you hear any like a click or something?
Yeah.
Maybe it's my phone. If it starts getting bad, I'll just jump off.
It was kind of yeah. Maybe that was it. Huh. Oh no. So what kind of weed you smoking?
I can't.
Oh, right.
It doesn't.
Agree with you.
No, and it's not cool.
I remembered once you said you couldn't.
Yep, and then I don't think because right now I have blood clots in my left lung.
Yeah.
I don't think coughing is probably the best for that, but I don't know.
Do you notice that I hardly ever cough?
Well, yeah, but you're like a weird super human. Not normal. So it doesn't surprise me that you don't cough.
I think it's all just stories you've heard. None of it was real.
Mm-hmm. Well, my little weak lungs, because I don't smoke, period. So if it's inevitable for me, I'm going to cough.
Yeah, I agree with that. You wouldn't want to.
I don't think I want to dislodge any of those.
I would have to make you brownies.
Yes. Now, I would love to be able to eat, but I still have to find something that's pretty mellow.
Yeah, but I've had 3% weed, 3% THC from the store. That fucking thing. I guess it got me high, but I couldn't really tell at all. Because I don't think I ever had a dry mouth with it. And usually that's the only way I can tell that it's really good weed is I get dry mouth.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to make another tea.
What kind of tea do you drink?
Red Rose. Only in Canada. One time they were advertising it, and they showed the Queen of England drinking it, and then they say only sold in Canada, and she says pity. I thought it was a pretty hilarious one on the frickin' royal family. Bye, George. Holy. 801 says he's going to Moab tomorrow. Three bells. Oh, back to being by myself again. Later, George. Or did I say that already? So, anybody else got anything to say about anything in the chat? Or want to come up and also I'll imagine you're listening, but you're working hard, so it's okay. Oh, look at that. Ashley showed up again.
Okay, I switched my phone, but I can't take the picture off where I put on a beard.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I I was making fun of Teddy Nukes, and I made myself a little beard.
Well,
Now I can't. Yeah, I can change this picture. I don't know how to get it off. So you're stuck with me in a beard.
oh, I'm trying to think of what way to change it because I know the way to change it if I'm on mine.
Yeah, the thing is this phone that I'm using because I was trying to get a better sound
Mm,
doesn't have data. I have to be like hooked up to the internet or
yeah,
something, and so I don't have like I don't have anything saved or that I can upload from it right now on this phone.
yeah.
So it's just stuck with that one picture.
No, that's okay.
So,
In disguise.
yes.
You could wear that on Halloween.
I glued the damn I made the little mustache too,
Yeah.
and I used some kind of it's like eyelash glue or something like that, and I could not get that damn thing off of my lip. It was I damn near ripped all the skin off of myself.
Yeah, I don't know what else you would do. I wonder which would be worse, having to rip that off or having to rip your tongue off when you freeze it on some metal.
Oh God, your tongue.
Uh,
Definitely your tongue.
I know I did it before, but it
As
wasn't
bad.
too bad. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we all have. I mean, of course, it was from watching the Christmas Story or whatever that movie is, where the kid sticks his tongue on there. That's where I learned it. And then, of course, as a kid, I had to go and try it.
Yeah, maybe I only watched the Christmas Story. I think I might have watched it once or twice, so maybe that's why I've seen it too.
I don't know. It's hilarious.
But then again, there was a couple of guys at school that were dare you to stick your tongue on that thing.
God, I've been a dumbass and uh, I'll have like my hands still it's a little bit wet or something, and I go to get ice cubes. Oh my God. And they all of a sudden just immediately stick to your hand and then they're like, it like burns and you're trying to get the ice cubes off and it rips the skin off.
Yeah. Geez, I've never had that happen to me.
Oh my gosh. Probably because you're not a dumbass.
I guess so. I very rarely ever used ice cubes, and if I do, I just go down and buy a bag. And I don't even have an ice cube tray in here, and I don't think I've used ice cubes in 15, 20 years.
What the hell? What if you don't you drink like some nice cold ice water?
I got a fridge. It's cold when it comes out of that fucking fridge. I don't need it any colder, or if it's getting warm, then obviously I ain't drinking it fast enough.
Yeah.
But when I was drinking, I used to drink my drinks short and neat. Give me a vodka Coke, short and neat. I didn't like the watered down taste.
What'd you have for breakfast today?
2 buns and some beans, I think. And this, fuck, another one. Get off my tea, bitch.
Do you normally eat like the same thing all the time, or do you switch it up?
Well, for lunch I had what are they? Lay's hot taco chips and beer sausage.
That sounds good.
Why not? My what? I get my blood tested every year. She's deadly. Everything is deadly.
Yep.
I guess I'm getting enough food in my diet that I'm keeping all the levels good except for the calorie level because I'm losing weight. But I've lost 50 pounds so far.
Oh wow.
Laying here.
And you have what? You have diabetes, right?
Yeah.
Type 1 or 2?
2. And it's perfectly in control.
Yeah. You don't have to take insulin or anything.
I have to take pills, 2 different kinds of pills.
But not insulin.
No.
No.
It was a lot easier once I didn't have to work to figure out what I had to do to get my blood sugar levels down to the right level. And I kept it down so long that now my liver is working and I can eat sugar. I can't eat a lot, but if I drink a can of Coke at noon, 3 o'clock, it's already down to normal levels. So
really?
my body is processing it now. The liver is processing it. And as long as I don't overwork my liver, I'll be okay. Which means no drinking.
Nope.
Do any of the fucking drugs that the doctors give you. They had a freaking cranberry juice on sale. Wish that as soon as you freaking had sooner, I'd have bought some.
I love, I've been drinking cranberry blackberry. It's or half and half.
Yeah. Is it pure fruit or is it a cocktail?
It doesn't say, no, I don't know. Cranberry, blackberry. It's like it's kind of like in a big ocean spray bottle.
Yeah. But it should say on it either it's all natural fruit juices or it's a cocktail where they add sugar in it and other.
Oh, yeah. I haven't looked. I don't have any right now, but I have to watch my sugar, or I have to watch that too.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to be drinking as much juice. I'm not supposed to have like yogurts, cheese, anything creamy, and that just sucks because I love everything creamy.
Yeah. But if you have one yogurt cup a week, won't hurt you.
Yeah. I just have to count, like I can only have 1,800 calories or whatever, I have to measure all that. So basically I can have like 600 in breakfast, 600 at lunch, or kind of just switch it up. So as long as I'm in that range.
Yeah. I wonder how many calories I'm eating a day. It all depends on the day. I can go up to the fucking cupboard and look in there and see nothing that I want
Yeah.
to eat. Not that I don't have lots of food, I just don't feel like eating it.
Yeah. Just to tickle your fancy, so to say.
Yeah.
I see. I never in my entire life. Did I ever count a calorie or any of that shit? I never had to. So I have no clue what the hell I am doing, and it's been really tough. But I had no idea how much calories I actually was eat. I did like a regular sandwich. Like I love cheese, but just having a piece of cheese on a sandwich, that's like 400, 600 extra calories right there.
Yeah. But what I do, I buy one block of cheese a month. I'm not cutting all the cheese out, but I'm not eating it constantly either. But I can't even compare our diets and how yours uh, would compare to mine. So really, I shouldn't even say what I eat. Although if you're into losing weight,
That's fair.
2 slices of toast a day, no butter, no margarine, nothing on it.
Really?
Or no, make that 2 slices of toast per meal.
Do you do wheat or do you do just regular?
Just any kind of bread they give me down at the food bank.
Yeah, just whatever you can get.
Yeah, I get sourdough, I get Mountain Park, I get all different kinds of bread. It's good range. And but well, that was a good conversation. We'll have to start a new one. My memory ain't getting any better as I get older. Just
Oh, mine's so bad ever since I got out of the hospital.
I think a lot of it is the pain that we're going through. It, that's makes it pretty tough on the memory. At least I think so.
Like I keep forgetting words, like normal average fucking vocabulary, and I'll sit there and it's just a total blank and I cannot remember a lot of the simple words.
Hmm. I don't have that problem.
Oh, it's annoying.
Are you on a lot of drugs?
What?
Are you on a lot of drugs, like painkillers and stuff?
Nope. No painkillers at all. It's all heart stuff.
Oh, yeah. So that shouldn't have any effect on it.
Mm-mm. No, it's just I don't know. Um, I don't know if it's from because I had COVID whatever back in November-ish, and I just never felt normal after that. And then I had my heart attack in March, and then they discovered it. I'm in heart failure.
Yeah.
And after I came home from the hospital, I just not been normal in my head.
Yeah, well, when you went into that heart failure, you might not have got the maximum amount of oxygen that your brain needed then for a few minutes, and it screwed up with a couple of small things up there by the sounds of it, but nothing to worry about.
Yeah, it's just irritating.
Oh, I know. That's pretty much these two pains to me anymore. They're just fucking irritating.
Yeah. Luckily, I don't have pain. It's not anything that's not manageable, like with the Tylenol or something.
Yeah,
It's just weird and uncomfortable and like strange when my heart feel like it aches or does weird stuff,
yeah,
but it's not excruciating pain.
yeah, yeah. I wish there was some way that we could all legitimately tell what people are feeling for pain. Because a lot of people would, if I hadn't come right out and mentioned something, I don't know how long it would have been before anybody realized that I had something the matter with me.
Yeah.
But then I guess it's pretty fucking obvious too, the way I shake and stuff. On my right side, I don't even like to put my arm right out straight because it hurts in here.
Mm.
My arm, all the muscles from my hair are connected into down here.
How do you sleep at night? Like, do you sleep sitting up more or do you still lay down?
Uh, I can show you. Oh, yeah. uh,
Kind of have to be propped up
this is where I sleep right here.
right there. Yeah. I would imagine to get any sleep, you'd have to be in the right spot.
It's not too bad. I kind of figured out how to lay so that it doesn't bother me. That's why I sleep here and not in my bed because
Yeah.
I couldn't sleep in it the way it pushes on my stomach. It's
Yeah. Because it's too flat. You're not kind of propped up and.
yeah. But me and my small dogs sleep on here all night long. Sometimes I'm pushed right up against the arm, and sometimes he's kind of pushed a little bit up against the other arm. Before I moved into this chair, I was sleeping in the love seat. I had Bear's mother plus Effie then, so that was three of us, and we all sucked on the love seat.
I couldn't. I could not sleep with dogs. I couldn't do it.
Why? They just love to cuddle.
I couldn't do it.
Well, it used to be, uh, and I heard it from Australians, but that was bullshit. It's the Eskimos. 3 dog night. You sleep with 3 dogs so you don't freeze to death.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Uh, oh, fuck. Oh, in case I haven't said it before, happy fuck the cops day.
And every fucking day.
Yeah.
Assholes.
And one that we used to say, well, I never used to say it, but other people said it a long time ago, fight the power.
I remember hearing that one.
Okay, Melvin, why don't you come up and tell us about it? Maybe even to do a movie. Melvin grew some weed and he got a bunch of seeds out of it.
I know.
Yeah, but that plant, when he took it down that day, he couldn't even move the next day all day because he hurt so much.
Wow.
So he's doing his other plants just a little bit day by day, cut a few buds off each one and dry them out.
So he's not overdoing it all in one day.
Yeah. Oh, it's a shit. You work one day and then the next day you can't get out of bed. So the next day you can get out of bed, you work again, you're back in bed.
How many more days does he have till he can try his first batch?
Oh, he's smoking it already.
Oh, yes?
Yes.
And how is it?
He isn't complaining. And he's getting sleep with it, and he needs weed to go to sleep.
Yeah.
And he's gonna send me some of them seeds. I guess you heard that too.
Yep.
Fuck.
Do you grow your own?
Oh yeah. That's what I'm smoking right now.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not quite as what would you call it? An invested type of grower.
Yeah, you're not like all
Nah, like,
baby in it and you just kind of do the bare necessities or something.
yeah, and when I take it down like Melvin's clipping, I just grab a fucking branch and strip everything off.
I bet that makes a whole bunch of weed growers just cringe.
Probably. I don't care. Even watch me. I've done it right on camera. Oh, there's a little dog out there. Who's that? Melvin. Cat in front of the trailer, and there's a little dog out on the street standing barking at it. Too scared to go up on the lawn. Okay, you two, smart up.
Oh, running on 1 hour of sleep. I had a bunch of shit to do today. I got to go find out why I went blind in the one eye. And they said it's glaucoma. Uh-oh. Everybody's muted. So I scared everybody away.
No, I'm getting myself a drink real quick. Oh, Myron is muted too, huh? Right when you come up. Oops.
Everybody's gone.
I'll be right back.
Mm. 6 people watching. And no one wants to say anything in chat. Well, I'm actually paying attention to it for once. Well, I'm going to get a drink too then.
I'll get a drink too then.
Yeah.
And there it is. Smoked a bunch of it already.
Wow.
Smoked like a third of it already. And it's not supposed to be ready until tomorrow. But yeah, I got some, the big buds from the widow are sweating right now. And then I had an empty rack, so I filled it again with some more buds off the big one. The big plant.
Yeah.
Just finish that off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Much
Oh.
left. No?
Yeah, I didn't hear you.
How many racks you figure you got left to dry?
Well, there's the 3 right now that are drying, so
Yeah, but after that.
probably another 3 racks. So another full thing. I'm gonna let them grow a little bit though. See if I can get a few more days out of them. I just snipped all the tops, all the big buds off,
Yeah.
and left the rest. Let them grow for a while.
What would that do? Like, would there be a chance to grow more? What would you want?
The flower bit. the little bud bit,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's gone into bud. So if I trim the plant, now the energy that would
Yeah,
normally
makes
go
it
to
sweat.
those buds would go to the others.
Mm-hmm.
And then hopefully they'll grow a little bigger before I harvest them. I just want to do a little at a time though, little batches. It's too much work doing the whole plant. Well, it took me all day. About, I'd say 6 hours, but I had a couple hour breaks in between. But I had 6 hours total working on those plants. Uh-oh. But I'm cutting into the Anastasia now, so it's all the little purple buds. If you saw the video with the little purple buds, that's the ones I'm cutting.
That big that great big tall plant.
Yeah. I took the top off that one yesterday.
Oh.
And then filled the rack. And we got some sun today, so I put the rack out in the sun, and then those top big buds or whatever from the last plant were still there, and they dried up enough for me to throw them in the bag to sweat now. And I got them out in the sun sweating. So the bag's getting all moist.
Is that how you, because you want it kind of like sticky icky?
Well, it's to draw the moisture from the stem out, basically.
Yeah.
You dry the outside out, it gets kind of crispy, but you don't want it to crumble away.
Yeah. So you want it to suck the moisture from
the inside, yeah, the stem and stuff, the inside's still moist. So you'll put them in a baggie and then put it in the heat, like out in the sun or under a lamp or something, and it'll sweat. And all the moisture will go onto the bag. It'll be all the, you know what I mean? It'll condensate inside.
Mm-hmm.
And the moisture will be in the bag. And then I dump them out on the screen and let them air out a bit. And then go back and forth out in and out of that bag until I'm satisfied on the moisture kind of level. And I throw them in a fresh bag and just keep shaking them around every once in a while. Bring them in the house and just keep shaking them around.
Yeah, that's
like
what burping.
You just got to keep it moving around, right?
Yep, basically burping them. And if you open up the bag or whatever, it releases kind of like the bad tox or whatever that day, and then shut it with some fresh air, and it's.
Well, it's just, I don't know. You're trying to cure out the fresh green taste to it, I guess. I don't want it bone dry, but you know, I want it.
Yeah, you don't want it bone dry, and you don't want it to get too wet where it could get moldy and crap.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta get the levels just right.
But the stuff, I've been smoking it. It's wet. I have to dry it out a little bit yet, but it's smokable. And this, I guess, this bag is the B grade. I had the C grade before. All the little scraggly things, little teeny ones. I smoked up first because they dried first. And then I got this bag, and then I've been dipping into that too. So I guess I'm not B grade now. And when I get to the big buds, that'll be the A grade of it.
Yeah.
If you can call it that. But that's to come yet. That's, like I said, I'm curing it right now, or whatever you can say. Sweating it and drying it.
How much would that be worth? Like that bag right there when it was full?
Oh, I don't know.
What, a couple ounces?
Yeah, something like that. I think that's what I had, about a couple ounces. But I smoked quite a bit of it already. So yeah, I'd say 2 ounces. But then I got the big buds coming too, so that's at least another half ounce or so.
Yeah, but you just wanted to know that bag there.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say, I don't know, if you bought her in the stores up here, about $240 for the 2 ounces.
Yeah, well, if this stuff lasts me 10 days, it'll save me $125.
Yeah.
That's what it'll do for me.
Cool.
Basically.
Well, then don't puff it away.
That's what it's for, though.
Well, yeah.
It's for the widow is to get seeds so I can grow more widow. So I got lucky with that. Lots of seeds last me forever now. So I get to continue the widow, but then I got some Anastasia seeds still left over. So, but I think I'm just going to do widow next year. All widow. Just grow a whack of them and pick out the best for it and give away the rest, like I did this year. But nobody grew them properly. It's like Johnny Appleseed happening almost.
Well, see, now you give the seeds out and you'll say, you can have these seeds for free, but for a few dollars, I'll come over to your place and teach you how to grow it so that you know what you're doing.
Well, I tried telling them things, but like full sun and you got to feed it, and when it's hot, you got to water it every day, especially if it's in a pot.
Yeah.
You know, I obviously did something right to get product off the plant. But I'm almost glad it's over. I'm sick of getting up in the morning and going watering them every morning. Starting to get cold.
You got vegetables too, don't you?
Yeah, cherry tomatoes and chives and
Yum.
some purslane, kale, beans.
I got radishes growing in the bedroom.
I know. That's funny.
All my beans came from 3 beans I found on the floor.
Really?
Yeah. Now I got hundreds of them. Enough to grow a whole field to feed me. Yeah, basically. All the ones I planted this year were all the little mutant looking ones. And it's like, yo, I don't want to eat that. Looks all mutant. And I just threw about 20 or so of them. I just threw them all in the same pot there, and that's what I got, that little bush. There's quite a few in there. I'm just waiting for them to mature, wait for the plants to die, and then I'll be able to pick them all and dry them and try to grow some more next year, I guess. Easy to grow. It's like one of the most easiest things to grow, beans.
Mm.
Yeah, they're not too picky about how deep they are in the ground. But it seems like marijuana seeds are really picky how deep they are, right? Go too deep, they're not going to come up.
And maybe that's why only part of the ones I plant come up.
Yeah, they're kind of picky how deep they are, right?
Yeah.
So this year, I'm just going to just put the seed on top of the dirt and just squish it down a bit with my finger and then just brush it over so it's barely on the ground.
What if you did kind of did the starts inside first, like just
Well, yeah, but it's just planting how deep in the soil this seed goes, right? I was just poking holes and throwing them in, but some didn't come up, and I think it's to do with depth. It's too deep, so this time I'm just going to put it on top of the soil and just push it in with my finger a bit, and then just brush a little soil over it so it's not so deep.
Well, what I was trying to do is I got a little piece of stock and I just pushed it in so deep, and then I germinate all my seeds in water and paper towels so that
they're already sprouted.
Yeah,
that's what I was saying.
those in the holes.
Yeah, I just stick it right in the ground and wet the earth or whatever. And I wet it from below. I have a tray, and then the little pots have a hole in it, so it wicks up the water to the top. It keeps them wet. So I fill the tray up full of water, and then I poke a little seed in, and about the time that water evaporates, I should see some sprouts starting to try to push through. And then they can go outside.
And you do that in May?
I did it middle of May, but I want to try to get it done even earlier. I want to do May 1st. I want to start sprouting them on the windowsill, then put them outside May 1st. So maybe 5 days before the end of the month there. And
we always get some snowstorm. Always, we'll get a couple May snowstorms. It's weird.
Well, usually in our May long weekend it rains. So
well, we could get rain, snow, or sunny weather on a May long weekend.
I think it's just about every year for, I don't know, the past 8-9 years it's rained.
Yeah, but you live under fucking banana belt.
Banana belt, yeah.
Look at how warm it was last summer.
Yeah, it happens though. Not every summer, but it does happen.
averages out cold in the wintertime.
I remember back in the 90s, it did that too. 120 in the shade. Nobody wanted to do anything because it was too hot. It's too hot, they'd say. It's too hot. And I said, fuck it, let's go to the creek or something, man. Let's be cool in there and go for a swim.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know.
Right? They want to sit in their air conditioning houses, right? It's too hot. For me, it was made me feel better. So when it's hot and I'm sweating my butt off, I feel better.
You do? When you're hot and sweaty?
Yeah, so when winter comes, it cripples me up.
Oh,
There'll
the
be a
aches
week.
and pains.
Yeah, there'll be like a week in the winter where I'll be spending most of my time in bed. I'll be so fucked up.
Why? What's all fucked up on you?
Well, it's just unknown arthritis.
Oh God, ouch.
And it affects my whole body, though, every joint in my body.
Do you have rheumatoid arthritis?
No, it's none of the three that they can test for.
Oh,
Yeah,
of course.
how to explain to me it's none of the three that they can test for and have treatments for. So he says that's a good thing, but there is over 100 different types of arthritis.
Great.
Right? But they only have treatments and tests for the main three that really fucked you over, I guess. Mine's just slow progressive, right? I've been dealing with this for 25 years. Since I was 28. It was a lot worse at the beginning because I had to figure things out. I wasn't getting much help from the medical people.
So, of course not.
Right. So, I do all their tests and jump through all their hoops just to get a bunch of vague answers and and no kind of a treatment plan or anything, right? Because they know the doctor knows he's going to have to give me narcotics, and they don't want to do that, right? Because of the addiction problems.
Yeah, but then there's certain things that just you need it.
Well, that's why I self-medicate with cannabis. It doesn't really do much for the pain, but it helps with other problems. Like it helps with the irritable bowel for sure.
Yeah.
Nauseous. I could smoke joints. 3 minutes later, I'm not nauseous anymore. That's how quick it works. And then stomach cramps and all the stuff that goes along with irritable bowel. And then because I got irritable bowel, that's because the arthritis is causing me pain all the time. At a certain level or not, whatever level, I'd say mild to extreme, and that causes me physical stress or something. And I guess my body's so stressed out that irritable bowel. I got irritable bowel.
Yep.
So I'm just stressed, physically stressed to the max all the time. And then I don't know, it's like every about 3 weeks I just crash. I just get so weak and shaky and shit. I can't do anything. It's like it just gets to the point. And I hated it when it happens in public. It's only happened a couple times in public, but it's embarrassing having to getting all weak and shaky and can't hold yourself up. You gotta lay down, right?
Yeah, it's weird, huh? It's just, yeah, I understand. I'm doing the same thing right now with stairs.
It's extreme fatigue. It's like extreme fatigue. And I just feel it's like holding a weight straight out, right? You hold your arm straight out like that, holding a weight. You can only hold it there so long. You start to shake and go down, right? That's the way my whole body feels like.
Yep, that's me going upstairs. It's just
like
weird.
Pulls the plug, or all the energy just drains out of you. Right? And then it makes everything really difficult to do, and it just gets to the point. Fuck it, I'm just laying down. I don't care. So to me, it's a little embarrassing and stuff when it happens. That happens in public, right? It's happened a couple times to me over the years, but that's what really bugs me when it happens in public. It sucks. And then I just keep telling them all I need to do is rest for a little bit, and I'll be able to get up and go, right? work my way home after that. It's like I got to get my second wind or something weird. I don't know. It's like
Yeah.
a half-hour break, just sit there nice and still and not move and calm down,
Yep.
and have a rest. Almost like get on the edge of sleeping, and then all of a sudden, okay, I can get up and at least get home after that, right?
You got enough gas in the tank.
Yeah, it's weird. It's really weird.
I know.
Over the years, like I said, I've gotten more used to the signs, what's coming, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know it's going to get, and I'll just either cancel whatever I'm doing or just not push myself to that point, right?
Yeah. Don't get yourself there.
Yeah.
That's my problem. Is I'm like still kind of in denial, I guess. And so
Yeah, you want to keep go.
yes, I think I keep pushing myself. I think I can still do.
Yeah, that's like my sister. My sister keeps hurting her back because she's had surgery before, and then she's 64 now, or 63, 63 or 6, whatever. And she keeps doing all this stuff, and she keeps hurting herself, right? And I keep telling her, hey, just slow down. And then she's, oh, it's got to get done. It's got to get done, right? And I'm like, well, I wouldn't want to be fucking getting it done all the time if I'm going to be hurting myself like that.
Shit.
That's
Then it comes to the point where you keep pushing yourself, and your body just says, "Yeah, you're done," and just it'll be even worse. That's what I did. I ended up having a heart attack and heart failure, and my dumbass was pushing it. I knew I was shutting down. I knew the sign. I knew. I'm like, if I don't get my ass in there, I'm not gonna wake up in the morning because my kidneys were shutting down. I couldn't even go to the bathroom anymore. I couldn't even swallow. I could barely breathe. I'm all swollen. I'm like, okay, dipshit, you're shutting down. Go to the goddamn hospital. And I'm sitting here thinking,
I don't like going to the doctors either.
Hospital. Yeah, I hate it. But I'm like, I can't go yet because I haven't finished folding the laundry. I gotta get this done. I seriously was trying to like fold and get stuff done like that before I went in, and I knew I was dying. Dumbass.
Too many bad experiences with doctors and stuff. Like I said, they must have spent like fucking tons of money on me doing all these tests. Like I had so many X-rays I couldn't go back for 10 years. So much blood taken from me. So many specialists and that, just and just to go nowhere, right? To say, oh, okay, well, I guess you're fucked, right?
Yep.
Thanks. I could have told you that, right?
Yep. That's what's been happening. Don't know why your heart's the way it is, but you're fucked.
Yeah, last time I had my heart looked at, they said it was fine. And then last time I had my lungs looked after, they said it's good for a smoker. Whatever that means. And my kidneys are better than good, he says, for my age. So I got kidneys of a younger person than me.
Yeah.
So that means I get to pee.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, it means I get to pee to a ripe old age.
How are your kidneys, Myron?
Seem to be working.
Yeah.
I only got to get up, say, once during the night between 10 and 6 a.m. So I'm happy with that.
I'm on damn Lasix.
Lasix
is it takes away all the water retention that because I collect a lot of water from my heart not working.
Yeah.
And when I get too swollen and too much water, it's just really bad for my heart. So they got me on Lasix, which are basically pee pills. It just all does is make you piss or just drains out any kind of water.
Yeah, but it's working though, doesn't it? It's working.
Oh yeah, there'll be times though, like maybe when I've over pushed myself and I swell up too much, then they'll make me. I'll either have to go into the hospital and they have to kind of hook me up to the IV and do it that way to hurry and get it off of my heart.
Yeah.
And or I just depends how much I've gained because I have to weigh myself every night, and if I've gained 3 or 4 pounds overnight, I have to go to the hospital.
So you're easily retaining fluids.
Yeah.
Your body's
So
not getting rid of it quick enough.
so it just depends, and then they'll say, okay, well maybe you need to take 4 extra Lasix today or something.
Oh shit, eh?
Yeah. So yeah, I'm always fucking having to pee.
I get some some steroid nasal spray and then some kind of eye drops or whatever today from the eye doctor.
Your eyes are good though.
Well, the one is, but the one's not. The one was smashed with the golf club when I was 10,
Oh my good lord.
and now a couple years back it went blind, and it's glaucoma or whatever.
Yeah.
So the nerves got down. It's something to do with the fluid in the eye pressure too much or something,
Yep, I got glaucoma in both my eyes.
and then that's why the one eye. Well, it's common for an injured eye to do that. So
It's common for people with diabetes to get glaucoma too.
yeah, stuff like that.
Are you gonna get your glaucomas? Either one of you, are you gonna get it fixed?
Well, they're not really fixing it; it's just preventing it now.
Yeah, what you do now is you put a drop in your eye at bed. Well, I don't know how your drops will be, but mine's in my eye at bedtime. A drop in each eye.
Yeah, well, my left one gets one in the morning and one at night, and my right eye will just get one at night.
Yeah, because yours is a little different in my situation.
Yeah.
So what question?
Eye drops? I didn't know that. I thought they had to go in and get it where they.
No, you're probably thinking cataract.
No, not the cataract.
The glaucoma it's the
It's where you get gray around your eye, isn't it?
No, that's a cataract.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah, glaucoma is the fluid inside your eyeballs. There's a way in, and then there's a drain, right? And the drain doesn't quite work right, so pressure builds up, and it squeezes on the nerves. And if they don't relieve that pressure, you go blind.
So how do eye drops? What is in the eye drop that helps prevent that?
Well, I imagine it's a steroid or something to try to open up the little
Blood.
tubey things, the little fluid tubey things to open it up. Just like the steroid thing that I'm go shooting up my nose to open up my nasal cavities.
It's called an ophthalmer solution at 0.004%.
Yeah, I haven't gotten mine. He read out the prescription, but I haven't gotten it yet.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I'll go over to the pharmacy, then I'll ship out your letter to you then, if I remember. I don't know what's going to happen. I only slept for an hour, so I don't know what my sleep pattern is going to turn out to be like here soon.
Yeah. Well, hey, I'm in no rush. I got the rest of my life.
Well, I know I got to go to the same place to get my prescription, so I can do it all at once, right? That's why I like to try to get things done all at once, right?
It's like me going downtown. I'm only make one trip. Usually.
Oh, hey, Mike. My thumbnail. Yeah, I have not seen it yet.
Me neither.
I've been too busy blabbering my fucking woes to these guys again.
We're all a bunch of woes.
Yeah, that's pretty pathetic of me, eh?
We're all a bunch of sad sacks. It's all right.
Sad sacks. Well, that's what lured me here. I can relate.
I know.
All right, I can relate to everybody's ailments. But the only problem is when all my problems hit me all at once. That's
Isn't that fun? Is that just fun or what?
no.
God.
But I'm done being pissed off about it. That's I got over that years and years ago, a couple decades ago. Takes a while to get, because you're angry at first, like what the fuck, and they want some miracle to fix you or something, and then it turns out they can just really do fuck all, really, you know. So at least you guys are not crying over Rogue getting arrested. Oh, I never even heard that he got arrested. I heard something about they're looking at auditors' YouTube channels and they're looking back in their videos and they're finding things that to bust them on.
How can they, how? Who said that?
I don't know. It's just something I heard. That
You
they're
can't.
looking,
They
they're
can
looking-
do it.
yeah, they're looking at past videos to see if you did anything wrong, and then they'll lay charges or laying charges on you. So, oh, look, it's evidence. You look, right?
That's why I like watching the fucking moonshiners, because they're on TV and they're still getting away with it.
I love, yeah, I've got a lot of those in my family, actually.
Uh,
And Mike says, yep. And he agrees. You heard that too? Or I'm the one that told you?
Well, there
Yeah.
couldn't be too big of charges. I mean, God, like what? Jaywalking or what the fuck?
Oh, I don't know.
this is not really an audited channel. So
Something that statutes haven't run out yet or something, right?
yeah.
It could be anything. But I watched the one where the security guard was pushing around the one guy. Wouldn't let him go through the building and pushing him around. Like, security guard's not supposed to touch you, right?
Yeah.
So the cops come and he's like, I want the security guard charged for pushing me and stuff, right? Pushing me around, not letting me move. And then he gives him the video of it, right? Next thing you know, they don't charge the fucking security guard. They fucking ring him up on charges. Like 4 different charges. Using his video as evidence against him.
Mm.
Well,
Well,
like,
that could be anything in general, huh? Not just like auditors, just like people in general doing stupid shit.
yeah, I know. I just thought it was amazing that he gives this evidence to the cop of him being assaulted, basically. And instead of worrying about that at all, they just turned around and turned it back on him. Nick picked the video and made up a bunch of charges against him, right? They said they don't like the. Pretty sure they don't like the auditing community because they're finding all their fucking. I guess they're finding all these bad cops and corrupt people, corrupt government, and they don't like that. They're too used to having it go their own way, right? Doing it their own way.
Yeah.
And it's funny, they should learn that they work for us, right? It's like they lost that. They don't know. Never ask our opinions anymore. Up here in Canada, I don't know, it was in 1972. That's the last time they ever asked our opinion on anything.
Pretty much, yeah.
Something like that. Otherwise, before that, they used to ask us, and we'd all vote. We'd have a referendum on it, right? Do we want a new seatbelt law? Yes. And then everybody would vote. And if we got 70% saying yes, we'd have a seatbelt law, right? But I guess, no, it takes too long to get anything done. And they just started making their own decisions, and we let them get away with it. And that's the way it's been ever since.
Well, I'll say this right now. And in my opinion, Pierre Elliott Trudeau, the scumbag father of the fucking scumbag prime minister that we have now, fucking run this country. He's the one that sold everything off. His son's just finishing off his job. But when he got into power, we were more powerful than the States. Our dollar was higher than the States. And if we'd have kept on the way we were going, we would have been the States. We would have been best money in the world. But no, he decided that he's going to sell everything off really fucking cheap. And that's what he started doing. Everything. He sold off cheap.
Privatizing everything.
And now his fucking son's just giving everything away. He's not even selling it cheap. He's just giving it to fucking foreigners.
Mike says a lot of people are tired of the 1A community. Well, yeah, I guess it's starting to get a little old, eh?
I think it's more fucking YouTube. Getting sick of.
Oh yeah, YouTube's cracking down on a lot of things. You can't talk about politics. You can't talk about the coof. You can't talk about genders. Can't talk about nothing.
And in line was Happy Fuck the Cops Day, Happy Fuck YouTube Day too.
Yeah.
We're supposed to have free speech technically, but we don't. Right?
Yeah.
They're shutting us down more and more. First it was hate speech, so they cut us down there a little bit.
And you can.
And now it's like political speech or health talk, cutting us down there now. Like, it's, you know what I mean? It's getting ridiculous.
We're not allowed to say anything bad against the government.
Oh yeah, that too now. That B or C15 or whatever that bill was that went through. They're sneaking in all these other fucking little things under, 500 pages of something else, and then they throw in a few extra pages on the bottom there. Hopefully no one will see it. A couple extra paragraphs there that throw in these couple little extra things. You got to give them more control, right?
Oh, I seen a map on YouTube yesterday, or not YouTube, Facebook a couple of days ago, and it was just how they figured that Western Canada would be divided up. Everything west of Manitoba, except for up in the Northwest Territories, it would run along to go somewhere in Saskatchewan before it actually started going up.
Yeah, well, really, there is no need for us to separate, really. There isn't really a need for it.
I'm getting tired of them fuck.
We can still all be one country and stuff. We just gotta get some priorities straight, right? That's all it is.
Well, like I said when a little while ago to Ashley, if we put them all through a fucking personality test, and if they don't have a shitload of personality or compassion in their personality test, then they don't get to get in. In order to work for the people, you should have compassion for the people. And all the people in the government don't give a fuck about the people.
Yeah, they should all have like a brain scan so we can tell if they're a psychopath or not.
Yeah.
I swear, man, some of the stuff they do is psychopathic.
When you don't have empathy, it's not in your brain. Like you're not born with it, and you cannot ever develop it or get it. It's just not there. So you are basically a dick.
Yeah, that's a psychopath.
Crazy, arrogant, no emotions whatsoever.
And then the psychopath will rip you off, and you'll go, "Hey, why'd you rip me off?" And then he'll look at you. It's your own fault for letting me do it.
Yeah, like they'll turn around on you.
They won't blame themselves at all. It's your fault.
Never.
You should have known better not to trust me. Right?
Yep.
That's what a psychopath would do.
Yep. A lot of narcissists people have that trait, and definitely they should not be taking care or making decisions for people. Because they're in it for themselves. Because they're the most selfish creatures.
No, we should just make, like, say now we're in debt, right? So now we should cap all government workers, every single government worker, cap them at $100,000 a year now until the debt is paid. Then they'll get their full checks back. See how well that goes over.
I think too that they all need to be like short terms. I don't think some Joe or Schmo that's an asshole should be able to get to run and have that position for 10 fucking years or more.
Yeah, but that's a problem in itself right there because it's short term, 4 years. Every 4 years you can have a new person coming in, so all they can really plan for is the next 4 years. So some of the stuff that needs to get done in this country is going to take decades of planning and doing, right? And then when you got a new government coming in and scrapping the, oh no, we can't waste money on that. I got to spend money on my project now, right? It's only 4 years. They only think 4 years.
Well,
right?
I think they need to be re-looked at or something. You know what I mean? Like, okay, let's reassess how you're doing and how well you're and then maybe.
Well, we got to get plans and programs in that the next government just can't cancel out, especially if it's something good. Over the years, our healthcare budget was getting bigger and bigger because we needed more, right? But then all of a sudden the conservatives got in and they needed to balance the budget. So what did they do? They cut the healthcare back, right? And then all that did was basically when they did that is now all the poor people, they get the generic drugs, right? The cheap stuff. And then it takes a doctor's signature to, get you the better stuff. But first you got to try the crappy stuff, right? And I don't know, the generic brands of things, of medications, which usually, aren't as good or for some reason or other.
Mm-hmm.
Some medicines are no big deal from generic, but others
There's
aren't.
some that you can completely tell.
Yeah. And then that takes a doctor's signature and, he has to have the proper excuse. Oh, we tried all this other stuff. He has to have this. And then the doctor's got to sign off. And now he's responsible, basically, right? So doctors don't want to do that anymore. Because then it turns out, say, the person scammed or something, and the doctor's on the hook. Because I still know people today that they get a large prescription and then they sell it. He's been doing it for 20 years, right? Because that's $900 a month extra for him. But that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Right? And that's why the doctors are the way they are now. They don't want to do the prescription thing anymore because they know people do this, right? They know, and they just assume right away, you just want to get high or you just want to sell it to make money, right? Because it's a narcotic, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, it's like pulling teeth just to try to get a couple doses of Valium out of them and to get it to the right fucking level too. It starts me off at like 10 and it's like it's not doing or nothing. When I first asked him, I got 1 milligrams. Tells me take one a day. And I know. And it's like I already went through this out in the real world using other people's prescriptions and stuff. I already experimented like this. I know how much I need.
Yeah.
Right. And he says, well, I can't do that because it's got to be on record. I started you off low and I worked your way up. Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I kind of told him that to fast track that. So by the third prescription, now I'm finally up to 30 milligrams, but still I'm only getting that once every 2 weeks. So I get to sleep once every 2 weeks. Actually get some rest.
I still think you should try what I told you, what I take, the Ambien.
The what?
It's called Ambien.
Ambien. Mm-hmm. I don't know that. Like I said, I have to mention to the doctor if I remember it. Ambien. Well, what is it? Is it a narcotic?
It is it's not a narcotic.
Or a nerve blocker?
No, but
they've tried anti-inflammatories, they've tried nerve blockers, they try antidepressants.
I'll look it up and see what it is, but I think it is a controlled substance.
So anything.
It's not a barbiturate. It's not that.
But usually anything that's like anything to do with a narcotic that can get you high, the doctors don't want to give no more because.
But Ambien's a little bit different. they'd be more likely to prescribe, not subscribe, prescribe something like that than say a barbiturate, like a Xanax. They would be.
Yeah. Well, how does it affect you? Just knocks you right out.
If I don't fight it
Yeah.
because I want to have a little bit of a high for a second or two and enjoy myself.
Yeah, that's the way the Valiums are. I can fight it off and stay awake, but when
It's
I
used
decide to
to,
go to sleep, it's instant.
it's used to treat insomnia in adults. It belongs to a group of drugs called sedative hypnotics.
There you go, hypnotic.
Yeah, the Valiums are what, hallucinogenics?
And they're only good for 1 to 2 week treatment period, so that wouldn't actually work either.
Yeah, I don't think there is a drug out there I can really take every day like cannabis.
Yeah.
I take that back because I probably take too many.
Too many?
Yeah, I was gonna say I should either only take it as required or as needed, PRN, or I should uh just one a night,
Well,
But my tolerance is a little bit higher, so I need like 2. So I will go through them. Yeah, I'll go through them in 2 weeks rather than the whole month.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't tried any opiates yet. An opioid. I haven't tried that yet. Couldn't get a hold of those on the street. They're too popular. Yeah. They get taken right away. But it's like I remember taking 2 Dilaudid 8s and a muscle relaxer. And that's what I had to do to quelch my pain the one day. I ended up in the hospital that day too, going down because of the chest pain thing. And they're always, oh, it's always good to make sure, right? It's not your heart, but it was my shoulder. And that's, I guess, 2 Dilaudid 8s and a muscle relaxer is a lot, I guess, they said.
Dilaudid, yeah, Dilaudid.
Dilaudid 8s. 2 of them. But I don't like them either. They don't let me sleep either.
That's weird that you don't sleep on them.
No, Dilaudid can't sleep on it. Morphine can't do that either.
And that shit makes me. I can't do pain pills. I get itchy, twitchy.
And Demerol, can't do Demerol. It's the same thing. Doesn't let me sleep right. So I said I went through so many different types of things. Valium, like I said, Valium seems to work the best, but I guess they're kind of toxic. I think they'll go after my livers and my kidneys or something like that.
Everything goes after your livers and kidneys and shit.
Yeah. So I have to make sure to spread it apart, 2 weeks apart at least, or not any more than 60 milligrams in 30 days. So.
Well, that's why I was wondering why they couldn't maybe you do half and half, like Ambien 1 week, the other shit the next week. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's probably the same toxins building up. The same toxin fillers, like fucking, I don't know, arsenic. I don't know. Shit that they fucking fill in there now. The list usually reads like a chemistry list. All these different chemicals. But yeah, I'm hoping I'll save some money growing my own pot there. So once a year I get to save some money. I don't know if it lasts me the month, but I highly doubt it. If it would have lasted me the month, that would save me $500.
Damn.
But I don't think I don't think it's going to last me that, so it's only going to save me like $250, probably half that. Because I got 3 more dryer racks. They're coming off the dryer rack, so it'll probably give me another bag what I just had. That's sort of what this is. What's left of this one? So I'll probably get another one like this, but it'll be the purple stuff, Anastasia. Anastasia. And then next year, all White Widow. It's going to go nothing but Widow.
Are you getting any
You
seeds out of
originally
Anastasia?
No, I'm cutting it down too early. It looked like they were going to make seeds.
Yeah.
At the bottom, those little pods were there, but they're empty. But I could see a little teeny dot in it, so it might have been just starting to grow seeds.
So right at the right time.
Yeah, so this next batch won't have any seeds. But whatever. I just wanted the widow seeds, really. I can try Anastasia again. I still got a bunch of seeds left. Well,
Where
you've
did
seen
you originally get them? The seeds the plants
The
that
white-
you have now.
Well, the Anastasia came from I bought an ounce, and I got like a couple grams of seeds in it. And that was the Anastasia. And then I was given a 1/4 ounce of weed from a guy that grew the White Widow in his backyard. So when I rolled that up and smoked it, I found 6 seeds, but only 2 sprouted. And by some miracle, one was a male and one was a female. And then I was able to pollinate and get seeds so I can continue on what I'm doing. Or else I would have been done. There wouldn't have been no more White Widow. It would have been finished. And then, like I said, compared to everybody else that's growing it, and there's a few people that just got huge plants in their backyard, 12-foot tall, shit like that.
Yeah.
There's giants, but I think they're starting them off inside.
Well, one guy I know that he was living in Kamloops, and had giant ones last year, I think it was, or maybe 2 years ago. And he grew it a year inside and
Yeah.
finished it off another 6 months outside.
Yeah. And then one of my friends was trimming his, so his is like a little round bush. It looks like a hedge or something. It's like a little ball. Kept chopping the tops off or something. I don't know what he did, but it's like a little bush. It's like a little round ball, not like a tall, like what I'm used to seeing.
Is that gonna be all right, or did he fuck it up?
I don't know. Could be just the way the plant is. Everybody's, unless I give them something, everybody's growing something different. And it's like, for me, it's no way I'm going to spend like $110 for 10 seeds. No way.
What? So that's what you have to do? You
If you want seeds, yeah.
have to go buy them?
But if you had a place indoors, a closet or something, you can keep one plant in veg state forever and just clone off of it. Just get clippings and then you just keep it in veg state for what? Some people have had them 18 years and shit like that. And it's always going to be a female because it's a clipping from a female. So it's just. But the problem with clones is they're susceptible to disease and stuff. One gets sick, they all get sick. See, with the seeds, you got a little bit of diversity, right?
Yeah.
They're all a little bit different. Some might grow a little taller, some a little shorter, some a little fatter. Some might grow bigger buds. Some might grow smaller buds. So there's a little bit of diversity, genetic diversity. So one plant will get sick, but not the rest, right? Because they're a little bit different.
Yeah.
So in a way, it's good to have seeds too. But the better way for smoking pot is just to keep cloning them. And it's guaranteed female each time. I don't think there's a way you can tell by the seed if it's male or female.
No, not unless they've been fucked with genetically and you can't tell that.
Yeah, I don't think you can look and see if there's a pattern on them or something that tells them. I think you just gotta
Like
wait
one's
until the.
bigger, maybe one's bigger than the other.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there is a way to tell.
Huh.
Now you have to wait until the plant gets to a certain level of maturity, then you'll know. I'll look it up later next year. I'll do more research on that
Yeah, I'm curious.
so I can find out early as possible if it's a male or a female, then I can get rid of it right away. I won't need any more seeds for a while.
I could be wrong, but I think that by the time they get to the 7th leaf stage, they start getting the little balls.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'll look that up next year so I can more fresher in my mind and I can remember it all. If I look it up now, I'm going to forget half of it.
Look it up now. Look it up again at Christmas. Look it up again in the spring.
Yeah, there you go. Nah.
I still wouldn't be able to remember it.
No, I'll look it up like on that day.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Future stuff to do. But I'm kind of amazed that I got this far. I didn't get stolen, and I had all the odds against me, man. Fucking shitty fucking heat wave and fucking random punks in the neighborhood could fucking steal it at any time. But I guess just being out in the open like that was just like hidden in plain sight.
Yeah, well, it's hard to tell. Well, plants are easy to tell, but once you start taking them down and hanging them in the tray, nobody could really see what's in the tray except for your one set of neighbors.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, just the one neighbor can see it.
Yeah.
Just an old couple, and they've been there since I've been here, so I don't really know them. And living beside them for 15 years, and I don't know their names or nothing. I just know it's an older couple. Same with the younger couple that I gave the pot plant to the girl. I'm like, hey, I asked your husband if he wanted a plant, and he says, fuck no, we don't do that no more. We haven't done that in 10 years. And then his fucking, I don't know, 3 or 4 days later, his wife says, hey, can I have one of those? And I'm like, sure. I'm like, yeah, fuck, I asked your husband if he wanted one. And he said, fuck no, right? And he goes, oh, he's just lame. And she took the plant, eh?
Did you know that there's even hermaphrodite seeds?
Yeah, that's how they feminize them.
That's what I used to grow, but now I'll be growing white widow.
Yeah, you take like a male plant and then you fertilize the hermaphrodite, and all those seeds that come off the hermaphrodite, I believe, are feminized at that point. If I'm not, I don't know if I'm remembering that right.
What are you exercising for? Do you need to go outside?
Something like that. But like I said, I'm not so worried about it. It's just like a hobby thing, and if it grows good and chop it down, I could smoke it and save some money. All the better, I guess, right? Kind of pain in the butt, like I said, going out every morning for the past 5 months to water the damn things. But I'm watering it usually anywhere between like 6 and 9 a.m. in there, somewhere in there, every day. Give them a sploosh of water.
Well, it's going to be different. Well, yeah, I'll have to play with it.
Well, inside it might be different.
Yeah.
And my soil is really sandy, so the water just flows right out of it, right?
Yeah.
Drains right out of the bottom of the pot.
Yeah. I don't got any holes in my tubs.
Yeah, they're just gonna get a little fresh splash of water. It'll just flush past them once in a while.
I've got dirt about that deep in my tubs,
Yeah,
and the tubs are about about that long and about that wide. So I can pat 6 in there. And I think with the white widow, I might go to 2 in each one. And then hopefully there's a male and a female in each one. And I just pull all the males and party on.
yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I can't make any promises on the seeds. I don't even know if they're viable myself until next year.
Hey, they're free. I don't care. But if they don't, none of them grow, I'll blame it on myself.
There you go. Dirty's like, I wish I could grow weed. Yeah, I could have been growing it for the past 2 years, but I wanted to make sure I was there. The laws were clear. Well, I guess you're gonna head over to Dirty Mike's.
I guess it was. Oh, it's that time.
Yes.
Yeah. Might as well.
Yeah, rented you, eh?
Well, thank you for coming up, Melvin.
Yeah, no worries.
Ashley. Thank
Yeah, see you
everybody that's been in chat, whether you talked to me or not.
Okay. See you later, Myron and Ashley.
Have a good day, y'all.
Goodbye.
Bye.